This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2021 No Boundaries model 10.6. Okay, so this is basically a video on a lot of the features. It's a supplemental video in a sense. You can go on to their website and you can get the setup video and that sort of thing. But this just goes over some of the appliances and some of the features, okay? Of course, you can see obviously, or there's a tent on top. Also, this awning is called a bat wing, and it's already set up right now. But you can see when it folds in, it comes all the way around this way, right? And then folds into the door side of the trailer. So it's pretty compact. Of course, you've got a door for a tour hauler door here. You can put a couple dirt bikes back there, or a small four-wheeler, or whatever you choose. You can see the tent part is hinged right there, so it folds onto the top. Okay, like I said, the manufacturer's videos will go into that a bit more. So, all right, so you have a 30-foot, 30-amp power cord. Okay, you've got stabilizer jacks. You can stand on these fenders like steps to get up where you want to. So you can see this is your city or your fresh water hookup for the fresh water tank, and this is the city water hookup, which is the most common way to get water to the trailer. You're just going to hook the hose on there, turn it on, and you're all set, ready to go. Now, if you happen to be camping, more rustic and there's no city water on the campsites, you can pre-fill this tank here and use the onboard pump to pump the water. So either way, you can use the plumbing. All right, so the battery is not in a box yet. It will be, but I just want you to see that this is a kill switch for your battery. So you can shut the battery off when you put it to storage. When you're not in storage, obviously you always want it on because your tow vehicle will charge the battery when you're pulling it down the road, and then when you're plugged in at a campsite, your power converter, which is right there, will charge the battery also. Okay, so let's move around a little bit farther here. You got a power tongue jack with a hitched light on it. You got an LP tank. This is the quick connect for your LP. So you can put a camping, or I should say an RV grill, as long as it's a low pressure grill. You could plug that into there, but in this case, it comes with this hose right here, and you can plug it from the quick connect into the side of the cooktop here. So that's how you get gas to the cooktop. Now, this is your cooler slash refrigerator. Okay, it's kind of the controls are on this side, and you can plug it in. You got two ways to plug it in. You got a 12-volt plug, and then you got a 110 AC plug. Okay. You also have your control panel, which is right here. Okay, with your water pump and everything. Hopefully you can see that. I'm kind of balancing here to do the to take the pictures here. So this is where your controls are, right here. Towards the back there, if you can see, that's where that hose you see sticking out is for winterizing the trailer. You can't see it very well, but over in that corner is the water pump. So to winterize it, you'll do it right there. Now, you can't see it from here very well, but inside the trailer there's a hatch. You can pull the top up on the hatch and you can access it that way. So it's easier to get to. Okay, so this is a sprayer. Obviously plugs into a spray port right here. Okay, that's just a little wash basin or whatever you want to use it for. Obviously storage here and on the door. Now this step is removable. Obviously, you have to remove it, but you can set it on either tire to help get you up to that point there. Okay. Now like I said, the bat wing will collapse and fold right into this piece right here, and then it zips into a case. All right. Also, you have a canoe rack up there, or a kayak rack, if you can see it. And there's some more attachments for it under here, some straps and things you can see under here. Okay. Also, the ladder, you can't see it because it's extended, but when you push these in, this collapses. It's like a telescoping ladder. So it'll collapse right down to a size that you could flip it right into the tent when you stow it, okay? You have air conditioning, obviously that's an antenna, and this tie-off right here is for the bat wing. There's straps that are tying off right there, just so you know that. Okay. You have a bug screen. You got tie-offs here for whatever you're going to pull in here. There's also storage under this compartment here. You can fold these cushions out so the whole thing can become one mattress or half and half, turn it into a couch, whatever you want. All right. Let me move inside here a little bit. Okay. So, this is your LP carbon monoxide detector right here. It should always be green. It detects carbon monoxide buildup or LP gas leak. So if it goes off, you're going to take everybody outside, leave the doors open, shut the gas off at the front, and then figure out what's going on, okay? You can put it through a self-test by pushing this button here, if you ever choose to. It'll just run through the test. Okay, now this device here, as I mentioned earlier, is the power converter. So what this does, it converts 110 AC to 12 volt DC. So you have AC power on this side. You can see you got households. You have circuit breakers like you'd see at home, and they're all labeled, right? Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side. You got 12 volt fuses, and they're labeled, right? 110 there and 12 volts here. So those are labeled. If they ever were to blow, they'll actually light up, and you can see them glowing through this perforation here, which is cool. Plus, like I mentioned earlier, as long as you're plugged in, this is a battery tender, so it'll keep your battery charged as long as you're plugged in. Okay. Also, I mentioned the hatch or compartment trap door, whatever you want to call it. That is where you access the water pump area. Okay. Alrighty. So this right here, you see the red light is on it. Hopefully you can see that okay. You can turn it on and off if you choose to, but you want it on when you're using over-the-air radio or television. That's the digital signal booster there, so it should be on when you're doing that. This is a GFCI. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through this, even the one on the outside. So if you're using the outside plug and it pops, you're going to reset it in here. Okay. You have two tables that fold up and down, and there's a can holder or a cup holder, I guess, next to it. If you can see that, hopefully you can see that. I know I'm up very close with this camera, but it's the best I can do at this juncture here. So, okay. The controls for your air conditioner are right on it, and you have a smoke detector, of course. Now this one, I believe, has a heat strip also. But we'll find out for sure, though, because I'm sure it does, but I just want to double check. But I believe it does have a heat strip in it. Okay. When you come to pick up your no boundaries, we'll check into that and we'll let you know what the situation is. But I'm sure that's the case. Okay. All right. So let me back up here. See if I forgot anything. You've got a freshwater drain is under here. You can see the cap for it. That's to drain the fresh water tank so you don't have to drive around with water in it if you don't want to. Okay. Let's look around. Okay. This is all your literature right here. And back here are, like I said, straps and that sort of thing. Underneath here, the tent has a cover for it. That's what that vinyl piece is underneath right now. It goes over the tent when it's stowed. Okay? All right, well, like I said, this is supplemental, so it's something that you can look at to get a more detailed understanding of some of this stuff. There's also the manufacturer's videos, which are excellent for setting up and that sort of thing. So. Okay, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit, and also keep in mind you have to inspect the seals on this trailer. Any place you see caulk or sealant from the factory, whether it's on the roof or on the sides, you want to inspect that every 90 days or so. And if you see it as something that needs to be touched up, take care of it immediately, okay? That's very important. That's not just this trailer, it's every trailer ever made. So part of owning a trailer obviously is inspecting it and doing maintenance on it. Okay? Thank you very much.